Hello there. Just what the heck are we looking at here? Well, today we will be going over the Dog Nutter Playbook. We will specifically address the oft-repeated saying that people who dislike dogs aren't to be trusted, but we will also look more deeply at the mechanism behind such phrases.
I'm sure you follow me. Welcome to the
anti-dog community.
I'm suspicious of people who don't like dogs, but I trust a dog when it doesn't like a person.
Put that in your back pocket for now. We will come back to this. I will even share an outstanding post a subscriber made in response to this. But in terms of overall perspective, we've got our work cut out for us. The first word of interest is apocryphal. Essentially, this refers to a story or statement of doubtful authenticity, although widely circulated as true. And isn't that dog culture to a T, as I Like Cookies said?
Dog nutters are still saying it because mindlessly repeating catchphrases is a keystone of dog culture. They can't make any actual arguments in favor of their position, because there aren't any.
What they have instead is a bunch of trite slogans, endlessly repeated catchphrases, and thought-terminating clichés. And let's not forget that they will also invent stories and repeat them as well. For example, the tale of Hachiko, or the ludicrous story about a dog that slept on its owner's grave every night for several years. Never mind the fact that the dog in the picture is lying in a cemetery in broad daylight. Another thing dog apologists, supporters and worshippers fail to account for is the vicissitudes of life. A great definition of this is
a change of circumstances or fortune, typically one that is unwelcome or unpleasant.
Dog culture has a false belief, a mass shared cultural delusion really, that they can control dogs. They think they can control dog behavior, or they assume that nothing will ever go awry specifically as a result of the distinct decision to own a dog. Or worse still, they don't even think about everything that could go wrong in their lives, or in the lives of others, on account of their lifestyle choice to be yet another unoriginal and nauseatingly predictable dog person. Another good consumer, and a fool who volunteers to have their life governed by the needs of a perpetual crap factory that will never contribute anything of worth. Dog worshippers may as well believe in fairy tales. To imagine that disliking dogs, for example, has anything to do with a person's character is the height of absurdity. In reality, this is a dismissive and audacious sentiment. Disliking dogs obviously does not make a person automatically untrustworthy. It is as random and arbitrary as saying, I don't trust people who don't like spiders. Here's an outstanding post, courtesy of Agent Mercer.
Dog owners cannot be trusted to do any of the following: cook sanitary food, protect children under their care, clean up after themselves, clean up after their dogs, not damage public property, not spontaneously harm others around them, obey signs in parks, stores, and restaurants, take accountability for their actions. Dogs cannot be trusted to not attack children, not attack the handicapped or elderly, not attack delivery workers, not attack wildlife, not spontaneously harm others around them, not attack other pets and livestock, stay quiet at night, only bark at trespassers, stay on their owner's property, not damage or destroy property, not steal food and other resources, not eat inedible objects, not roll in carcasses, vomit, urine, or feces.
Rather ironically, dog nutters are practically crying wolf here. They constantly rally in defense of dogs that aren't actually being victimized. And we will never believe them if it actually ever does happen, because of how often they shout untrue things in search of support for a false cause. Rather ironically, this bears emphasis, and thus it bears repeating. But repetition, that is the driving force behind the dog nut ideologue's fantastical worldview. What I wish to share next is a short video from Defenders of Humans and the Natural World. It spans just under 4 minutes in length. But it is a great video, as it goes over the dog worshipper's personal dictionary. That's right. Dog nutters have their own idiosyncratic usage of language. Here's Defenders with more.
Dog worshippers have their own idiosyncratic use of English. Friendly, as in he's being friendly. The word friendly, used by a dog worshipper, means unsolicited intrusion into your personal space by their god/dog. If the dog is on a lead, then lunging at you or barking at you would be friendly. If the dog is not on a lead, then friendly covers a range of behaviors from sniffing you to jumping on you to an all-out attack and anything in between. Playing, similar to friendly, and covers all sorts of unpleasant and aggressive behaviors. Hello. He's saying hello means that the dog is intimidating you with aggressive barking. Puppy, as in he's only a puppy. This word can mean an undisciplined, uncontrolled dog of any age. The word puppy is often used to indicate that your fears or concerns are unreasonable and intolerant. Pup, pupper, and doggo, similar to puppy, used less to refer to an undisciplined, uncontrolled dog and more to indicate that your fears or concerns are unreasonable and intolerant. Technically, pupper and doggo are not English words, but I decided to include them anyway. Talking means irritating and aggressive barking. A constantly barking dog can be described as a good talker. Joy. This word has two meanings. It can refer to a delinquent and overexcited dog that intrudes into humans' lives and that cannot be calmed, as in, he bounded off down the beach sharing his natural and innocent joy with everyone. The other use of the word joy is the quasi-religious ecstasy that dog worshippers experience in the presence of their idol. Run. Dog worshippers' dogs never run. They bound, bounce, leap, skip, trot, and gallop, but rarely do they run. Dog worshippers will describe children as running, but never dogs. Children and adult humans have no right running near dogs. If the dogs bite the runners, then it is the fault of the runner. Hate or haters. Hate means any criticism or implied criticism of any dog, no matter how mild. To say that you did not like being bitten is hate. To comment about dogs frightening children in the park is hate. To be less than overjoyed about having a dog rub its snot, eye crud, earwax, or stinking oily fur into you uninvited is hate. To be annoyed by the neighbor's barking dog, even when that barking prevents you or your family from sleeping, relaxing, or enjoying a decent quality of life, is hate. To be disgusted by a dog pressing its dirty, exposed anus onto the bottom of a shopping cart where you put your groceries is hate. If you hate, then you are a hater. A hater, by criticizing any dog, is deemed to hate all dogs in all circumstances. Dog haters also hate all animals under all circumstances. I am sure many of you will think of more words to add to the Dog Worshippers Dictionary. I invite you all to please do so below in the comments. I look forward to reading them, and as always, thank you for listening, and the future is dog-free.
So today's question is, what are thought-terminating cliches and how do they impact society? This is a really interesting question, actually, because people use them all the time, but probably don't realize that they're doing it or what they actually are. So thought-terminating cliches are also known as platitudes or banalities or truism, or sometimes just simply cliches. They're basically phrases that are used to reduce cognitive dissonance and prematurely terminate a line of thinking that we don't want to engage with. They're quite often used to end debates without actually addressing any of the underlying issues. And in this way, they can shut down dialogue and lead to social stagnation if not addressed carefully. Now, on the surface, they look benign enough. For example, phrases like, everything happens for a reason, or it's unfortunate, but it's God's plan. These phrases may give people comfort in difficult times and provide, I suppose, an easy answer when there doesn't seem to be any other logical explanation. But if used all the time, these kind of platitudes can really deteriorate the quality of conversation and debate by oversimplifying really complex situations and creating an artificial sense of resolution that doesn't actually exist. And worse, they can actually lead to groupthink, which is where everyone agrees with everyone else, generally out of fear or the desire for social acceptance, meaning that people don't question anything. They just believe because it's easier, and everyone else believes anyway, so why stand out from the crowd, essentially?